All right, this is my audience for this evening. All right, so coffee, the way we know it now, was first documented in the 15th century in Yemen. And throughout time, coffee has further spread until it arrived in the Americas in the 1700s. For many now, coffee has become a daily necessity. My name is Rory Monahan, and today I'm going to teach you how to brew coffee. So I will cover today the different types of coffee beans, the different levels of roasts, which are light roast, medium roast, dark roast, and how to make coffee in the coffee pot. So coffee has become a very important drink for many, and there are many different components that go into making the perfect cup of joe. So the two types of coffee beans. The two types of coffee beans are Robusta and Arabica. So now Arabica is the most popular coffee bean because it is sweeter and it has less acidity. Although it is the most popular one, it does have less caffeine than the Robusta bean. But Robusta beans are more used in bitter drinks like espresso because they do have that bitter taste. There is less sweetness in those beans. And because Arabica is the most popular coffee, it makes up 60% of the coffee bean production. Now, as I previously mentioned, there are 3 levels of roast. You have your light roast, and in your light roast, you have the most caffeine. If you're looking for a really good kick, light roast is the way to go. It has most caffeine, but it does have the most acidic taste. So if you're not looking for a very acidic taste, skip the light roast. You'll still get a good amount of caffeine. Now our medium roast, because it is roasted longer, some of the caffeine does leave. So there's less caffeine in the medium roast. But in the medium roast, it is a little sweeter and a little less acidic, holds some better taste. But if you're looking for a really good flavor, really good taste, your dark roast is the way to go. While it does have the less amount of caffeine out of all 3 of the beans, it has the best flavor and it holds the flavor the best. So there are a few steps to brew coffee. First, you have to choose what type of coffee you want. So you can either choose the pre-ground coffee where it comes as ground beans already, or you can choose the whole beans and you have to grind them yourself. Now personally, I think whole beans are better because they taste better and you taste the freshness in the beans when they're ground. So once you have your beans, you have to get your coffee and your coffee pot. Now for coffee, it's very important if you want a certain strength. So you have to use a 2-to-1 ratio. For 2 cups of coffee, for every 1 cup of coffee, or 2 cups of coffee, you put 1 scoop. So today, because we're only making 2 cups of coffee, we're going to be putting in 1 scoop. So after you have your coffee, you're going to put it into the coffee maker right here and fill up the cups. Be careful not to spill because sometimes coffee making can be very messy. Next, you're going to want to make sure you put in the right amount of scoops. You can choose either side. Personally, I use the bigger one because I like more coffee. I like a stronger taste. Go, so you just scoop it in the top. Some coffee pots you'll need a coffee filter. This one has a built-in filter. Go, so like I said, 1 nice big scoop. There you go. You can always add a little for good luck. Alrighty. After we have our coffee all set to go, all you do is hit start and the coffee pot will do the work for you. There we go. So, as you can see, making coffee is easy breezy. Making coffee is super easy and super convenient for those on-the-go days. It takes 3 simple steps and all you gotta do is pop it all in and hit that button. So in this demo today, I covered the different types of coffee beans, Robusta and Arabica, and their components and values, the different levels of the coffee roast and their pros and cons, as well as the different flavor profiles and what you're going to get in with caffeine and acidity. And finally, I covered the different steps in making your coffee so you can have a successful and wonderful day. And coffee has become a very delicious drink and very necessary for millions of people. It has become integrated into their daily lives and their daily routines. Alrighty, and these are my cards for today. and this is my audience.